we're living in a time where people don't want to work. You know, the boomers will say, oh, it's the millennials being lazy. Or it'll be the conservatives saying the left is just entitled lazy. Which, yeah, there's some of that for sure. But think about it. If you look at our inflation, first off, inflation never keeps up with wages. But if you look at current inflation, huge inflation that we're going through, companies usually only give a standard of living increase once a year. So you're making less because of all the printed money. That's one reason why people don't want to work, because they see, what's the point? I'll just live with my mom or my dad or whatever, friends, roommates. Why work a regular job? I gotta be somewhere where I don't want to be. Most people don't want to be at these 9-to-5 jobs anyway. They don't want to do these dumb tasks that we gotta do. So they don't want to be somewhere where they gotta be all the time. And for men, people are like, oh, low testosterone, that's a huge thing. Yes, there's lower testosterone than there was ever nowadays in America. But think about this. I want people to really think about this. What is the incentives for men to try hard nowadays? What is the incentives? You can't support a family on one income. Most females, American women, most if not all, are some sort of level of feminist. So you got to battle in the relationship. So there's no real point to get married, let alone the law, marriage laws that completely favor women. But women are showing that they don't really want to be with men at all now. They don't want nothing to do with men. You know, you can see it in the body weight. I hope this don't get me taken down off of YouTube and get my third strike, but it just, it goes both ways. Americans in general just don't care about their weight. They don't care about their fitness. They eat a bunch of extra food that's not good for them, and they don't work out. They don't move around. So, what is the point for men to try hard? Why be an overachiever? And if I do overachieve, then I get the gold diggers. So what's the point? And you know, in my opinion, it's really dumb to have kids at this point in time right now. Why would you have kids when we're about to go through a decline, when we are going through a decline right now, and how the future is so uncertain? Why would you want to have kids? Look at the baby formula shortage. Look at that. I couldn't imagine having a baby right now wondering if they're going to be able to eat. So it's like, I don't really blame young men for not wanting to work or try hard, because it's just really not worth it until we get to the point where if you don't go and do something, you're gonna starve to death. Why? You know, I'm almost to the point myself where it's like, homeless don't sound so bad. I gotta work my butt off just to survive. You know, 40 hours a week doesn't seem like it's even enough for me to get by. It seems like I'm hemorrhaging money and wealth. I'm just like, why? I'm just tired of I don't want to be somewhere. I'd rather do other things with my time than go do a job where I'm not appreciated. I don't get paid enough, you know. And, you know, people can say people are lazy and entitled, and yeah, that's a part of it, but it's other things too. Unappreciated. It's not really worth it because you're not making enough to survive. You know, the American dream is dead. You can't even buy. That's another thing. You can't buy a house. Houses are too expensive. So it's like there's no incentives to start a family. There's no incentives for guys to work hard. And what women need to understand, and I think a lot of them it'll be too late before you all wake up, but you're gonna start seeing basic services that, you know, you look down on the men that actually do these jobs, like me, or like people that like, you know, people that keep the society afloat. There's some women, there's very few, but there are some women that do hardworking jobs, but most of the jobs that women do are easy office air conditioning jobs. It's not like you're gonna see women going through the sewers, digging out the sewers, digging out trenches, trash, you know, taking out, you know, picking up trash, things of that sort. You don't see that often, but you'll start seeing more and more men exit society, and that's not going to be good for you women. I don't think that you understand all that we do. We're definitely highly underappreciated. Just the average blue collar worker. And I just think that it's, I don't think that people really understand the circumstances, the supply chains, you know, basic people that distribute food or stock the shelves. It's like, why would I want to do that if I don't have to do it? I'll just stay with my mom and dad until I'm 30. You know? And a lot of parents just allow it to happen. So it's like, why not? And that's why you're not seeing a lot of, you're going to start, unless people are actually starving, you're not going to see any difference. But there's just there's nothing to push people to work hard. The upward mobility is so low. Like, to be able to get yourself out of poverty, it's so hard. To get rich is so hard. You pretty much have to be born into it nowadays, or be like a celebrity. You know, the days of working hard and building up your wealth is like, it's coming to an end. It's just getting harder and harder with everything, you know, corporatizing, things like that, like the mom and pop shops out the window. No more of that. It's just getting harder and harder to achieve greatness, especially as a man. And then society just completely looks down on us and puts all these obstacles up. It's just, it kind of just seems pointless. It seems pointless to work hard. I'm sorry, it just kind of seems pointless to work hard. And, you know, it is what it is. A lot of people are entitled, yeah. But there's a lot of other factors too. There's a lot of other factors, like I said. And people just don't want to work. I don't want to work. I'm tired of working. It's mostly because I'm not getting anywhere. I'm on a treadmill with no carrot. You know, 20 years ago, at least you had a carrot. You don't have a carrot now. It's just you're stuck in one place. You're not getting ahead. You can work hard. I can work 80 hours a week, and then I'll have the government take a bunch of my in taxes. So it's kind of like pointless. Oh, I got time and a half, but then it almost becomes straight time. So I'm working straight time for 80 hours, time and a half. Like, you get screwed either way. So if you work really hard, the government just takes a bunch of your money. And then they take your money and spend it on a bunch of crap that has nothing to benefit you at all. So it's like, why work hard? It's almost better for a person to just be a minimalist and work enough just to barely get by, so you got free time to do whatever the hell you want with your time. That's what I plan on doing. When my kids, I'm trying to get them as independent as possible. I want to just enough, even come to the point where I'll go ahead and take what I can off of the government. I don't care. Why not? Everyone else is anyways. If they're going to go ahead and just give illegal immigrants taxpayer dollars, why the hell should I feel bad about collecting some sort of welfare from the government? You know what I mean? They're taking my money anyway. That's what I'm saying. It's becoming more and more hard. It's becoming more and more worthless to work hard. I'm sorry to say it, but that's just how it is.